Originally, I was a motor mechanic. I came to South Africa to do motor mechanics. From my country, I used to crave because I didn't want to be a regular person, someone who just consumes. I used to feel like everything we are consuming now was made by someone. I can't be just a consumer. I must also leave a mark. If I leave this planet, they must know that there was someone here. So when I came to South Africa, trying to get a mechanic job, they had to ask for certifications, they had to ask for qualifications and all that in all these garages. So I asked myself, this country is big, how do I feed myself? What can I do that will make it different? So I saw these guys pulling these trolley bags. That time I was working in a cashless card. I followed them because I was sitting in my cashless card the whole day and I don't buy anything. So, but I can see people passing around with recyclables. So I followed them there, I saw where they were selling these things. I started buying them also. But I would load a food truck and go find 500 kilos in there. You know how PET is very light. Then I started asking, how can I make this thing in a way that I can carry a quantity that will actually make a difference for me, cash-wise? So, God so good, one day a friend of mine said to me, he's looking for, they called it a compactor. I didn't really know what the right name was. I told him I can make it because I've been looking for that opportunity, but I didn't have the funds. That time I had a small Dasu cereal. This story. I took this Dasu cereal and put it like a lay-by, and then took this guy's money. Bought some few plates, went to a shop where they were welding. I told them that there's something I want us to make. I'll tell you how to cut, I'll tell you how to weld. I don't know how to weld, I don't know how to cut all the things, but you help me to do the welding and all that. So it took me like 2 months, we did the first one. That was in 2011. My partner that I was doing something with started fighting me because I was not giving all my time in this first machine that I was making. So I said to him, I don't know what I'm doing, but I believe in this thing. So let's share this business. You carry on with this craft. I want to make sure that this thing works. The first machine was an issue. They kept on calling me, Alino, the machine is broken. So I told myself, instead of calling people to go and weld it, let me do the welding myself. Went to YouTube, bought myself a welding machine. God so kind, my first landlord was and has always been she's of late now. She said to me, Alan, you told me you don't know where you want to get money to pay me, but tell me on time if you don't have your money. How was I surviving without funds and everything? I go to scrapyards, I buy broken gearboxes, broken engines, broken electric motors, I strip them, go sell the copper and aluminum separate, make some money, buy off cards, join them together until I get my second machine. I made 13 machines single-handedly. No help, no one was there with me in the workshop. The funniest thing that I ever had in that workshop is that one day I was working late in the night around 11 o'clock. As I was picking a plate to put out at the machine, the plate fell on me. Instead of me crying, I was laughing. So, this short story I'm just trying to make you guys understand is that nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. We all have our challenges. My challenge is not bigger than yours. My story is not better than yours, but we all know what we're doing. And I'm so proud to say I'm the first black African to make these machines. Like yesterday, when everybody was talking about one word, I said I'm creative. I actually mean what I said. Just send me a video of the equipment you want, I'll make it for you. That's how creative I am. All of us, we have our callings. And because I prayed, I cried for it, God actually showed me my calling. So, it's not by my power. That's why I'm saying I'm going to do one of these things. So, for the past 16 years, I've made crushers, I've made shredders, I've made granulators, trailers, skip bins, soft-grade bearing machines, aluminum can balers. I've done quite a lot of machines that I myself, when I look at them, I'm scared. Okay, so the bearing machines that we do, we can build PET, HD, polychrome, steel plastic, aluminum cans, bags, everything that you want to build, like even we do machines for soft grain, so you don't have to limit yourself as a recycler. Why would I say my machines are the best? One thing I learned since I came to South Africa, every single year, all the car companies are bringing out a new car. Every single year, all the phone companies are bringing out a new phone. And when you check in those phones, there's something that's different. Which means they are ready to listen to their customers, and they're also ready to grow. So that's what I've been doing for the past 16 years. But I'm so happy to also let you know that my 16-year-old machine is still working today. And every single year I change the designs. I go to sites, look at the machine. There will be a problem that you don't even know there's a problem there. But I make sure my next machine that has been motivated, that has been upgraded. So we make sure that, because I've seen that a lot of people are collecting from dump sites, there's a lot of sand that's inside PET and all those things. So I no longer use hard on my floors, I use hard 450. I don't know if anyone who's here who knows about steel. Hard 450 is a metal that is used to cut metal. So I try to make it as hard as possible so that you can use it for quite a long time before you get a hole on the floor. And then from my H20 going forward, I've made sure that, because a lot of guys are also getting podiums, they want to make a lot of bales. So some of them, they want to put 2 shifts. So I put a cooling system on it so that you can run 24 hours. And then my 2023 continuous baler, the biggest baler I've ever made was an H45. And I'm very proud to say I was targeting 32 tons, but we were able to push 55 tons a day. That's how big that machine is. So what I incorporated in that machine is a logic system that I found because my mentor is in Germany. There's a company in Germany that I always look at their machines. There's a system they came up with that makes the machine to run as twice as a normal machine. So the Rubidos machine will always do the Roscoe's things. So far, I've worked with Polyco for a very long time, but I didn't know any of the staff for Polyco. I only started knowing the Polyco staff just of recent. They'll ask me for a quote, I send a quote, they pay, I make the machine. They'll tell me go and deliver it there, I just go and deliver. If it's broken, they'll call me, I go there. So I'm very happy that I'm meeting the entire Polyco crew today. And before I end, I'm going to thank you guys especially. I've worked with quite a few companies, Ekuruleni, Anglo-American, Coca-Cola Namibia, the Nigerian Armed Force. I've worked with people in Botswana, Zambia, and the entire South Africa. I have machines in all the 10 provinces. So, one thing that I really want us to take home today, I'm sure all of us here will have balers. A baling machine, sometimes we feel like, no, it's only compressing. That's your first step in the workshop, once the material baling. But a lot of people, when I get to their site, most of the sites, when they tell them I'm coming, when they tell the people that I'm coming, all the workers are here because it's your boss's machine, but it's still my people, you must take care of it. Now, these are the few things that I need you guys to know about balers. You go to a site, you see that this is your baler here. There's sand right through to the bottom of the baler. The whole under of the baler is full of ground. The ground is busy eating the baler under. You are busy eating it on top. Once they collide, you find a big one right through from the under. And then you start blaming the manufacturer, but you are not taking care of the baler. You will use the baler for 10 years. You've never cleaned it even once. The milk, some of the containers, they contain acid. That's how it's eating the frame of the machine. Now, you tell me I must come and refurbish the machine. The outside is already finished. The inside is already finished. So, guys, make sure you take care of the baler the way you take care of your car, because that's one of the highest equipment you have in your workshop. So, all our machines come with 1 year warranty. And it doesn't mean after a warranty, I'm no longer there. I'm always there because I believe that that machine that is sitting there by you is my point of contact with the next customer. So I always want to make sure that my machines are running 100%. And I'll just like to give a special thanks to a few people that have really been behind me. Mr. Elisha, please can you stand up? To the entire crew here, I just want you to know that this man here is a very special man to me because he's my salesman without a salary. There's no way Elisha will enter a hall where they're talking about recycling and they don't know me there. I have a lot of machines with a lot of people here. Let me not start calling them because I'm going to call everyone. That he's the one who sold them. When he calls me and asks me how's this now, I'm like, it's a little bit slow. Yeah? Slow. He start calling people. Guys, talk to this guy and I'll give you the best machine. I just want to thank you because there's no time for me to give you thanks when you're not over here. I need to give you a power. Thank you so much. To the Bonico team, I think it's God that handpicked you guys because I've seen you guys. I got home one day and my kid came home with a box of the lunch box and a ruler and a bag and some things inside. When I checked, I saw Bonico. I'm like, what? I thought this was in Cape Town, but they are right into the school of my kids. Thank you guys so much for making a difference in the community. Thank you guys so much. To all the recyclers, recycling will never end. It will never end. You just have to know that if you go wrong with recycling, even if you go home, you will survive. You have to make sure that you keep growing because it will only get bigger. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Maybe two questions for you. I mean, it's a very inspiring story. Like, wow. And it sounds like, when we're talking about business skills and being an entrepreneur, there's something that you can share. Maybe that's my question. What can you share about what are the critical skills that you have to learn to be where you are now?
The first thing first is that I always believe I can do it. I always believe I can do it. It starts with you. Yes, I can do it. No, I can't do it. It's tough. No matter what I say, no matter what motivation I say, it starts with you. Yes, I can do it. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Any questions from the floor? Maybe two questions. Anything you're not clear on? Anything you want to connect on? No?
Just
I guess.
yeah, we can't just let him go. Just ask him. How can I say it? You know, when I'll just use it as an example, then maybe I can get clarity from you. So when you want to buy a car, luxury car, we all know that there is a Mac, there's a BM, and now there are Chinese who have just come in now, or Monday cars. Now with the baling machine, we know Akura, we know Rocky Waste, we know Bulk Matek. Yeah, so these are the three big guys that we know. What differentiates you from a H15 machine that you are manufacturing and an H15 machine that is being manufactured by Akura? Apart from the price, because what we are picking up here, these machines are quite reasonable, the price. And for me, once the belly machine is cheap, then I'm telling myself that this machine, it's a Chinese car that is not going to last. Rather, go for a German car that is expensive, but it has got comfort. And so, in terms of belly machine, what differentiates you with your Akura and your Rocky Waste, given that your machines are cheap, I say?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. You can't say everything. That's when I can answer you because there's a lot of things I can talk about. Ruby Dash Trading, the way I've structured it with my team, a lot of things become expensive when there's a lot of sourcing. A lot of everything becomes very expensive if you're outsourcing. So what we did is that we bought our own equipment. We have our own laser in-house. We have our own engineering in-house. which cuts a lot of time, because time also is money, don't forget. Because my competitors might take 6 months to make a machine. That machine I need 4 to 5 working days. I'm gonna make that machine because all the equipment that I need are here. I just need to buy plates. So there's no point for me charging you for 6 months of salary when I'm only paying my workers for 2 months of salary. That already cuts down my cost. But in terms of the quality of my machine, what I've done, I don't like to pitch my machine to you when you come to my workshop. I show you my H20, there's my H20. I go and do something else. You go around, the next thing you're gonna tell me is that please give me a code. Because I've answered all your questions on that machine. I've made sure I check everything that a machine needs to be fully functional for years. I've already corrected. So when you go there, you won't see, okay, why is this plate too thin? Why is there no cooler? Why is, you understand? I've already fixed all that. So my price being reasonable is because of my lead time and the way my products have been handled.
Lovely. 2 more and then we have to move. Can we get a roaming mic, please?
Hey, my brother, how are you?
I'm going to say.
Papa Alino.
You already know.
Firstly, thank you so much for your inspirational story. You know, and I would like to thank Hollywood for bringing you here, because I'm sure you've heard the many questions that we have. But to me, you're giving us hope that against all odds, we can still make it. So thank you so much, and I'm one of your clients. Yes. So I know your work, and yeah, I just want to say keep it going, and we are here to support you. So thank you so much for it.
Good morning, Ellen.
Good morning.
And thank you so much for your very inspirational presentation. It was quite interesting to actually know that you do a variety of things. So I also wanted to find out, you mentioned you put trailers or is it trolleys? And then did you say is it trolleys or trailers that you need?
No, we do trailers.
Trailers. And then what capacity do they handle? Because sometimes we work in rough terrains where we go into rural areas and there's no tar roads. Our trailers fall apart every now and again. So how do yours function and what weights do they take? Because we push for volumes, correct? And then in order for us to be able to make a profit, we push people to give us bigger volumes. So there are industries that give us like your baled cardboards, like from the H20s. Maybe we can get 30 or 35 at a time. We try to put on the truck and on the trailer. So what capacity can you take, and then do they survive on rough terrains?
I remember yesterday, your question just got back to me because I was talking to him yesterday about a trailer. He said to me he wanted to make a trailer for him. He said something that can handle 1.5 to 2 tons. I told him that if you are looking for 1.5 to 2 tons, I'm going to quote you on a 3.5 ton. My reason being, you think they're going to load 1.5. Yeah. They might be loading loose, and there will be a day that the truck didn't come and they want to put bales in there. So we need to be on the safer side. When we are carrying loose, the trailer is like it's not doing anything. But the day we load bales inside, we are already covered. So I always make sure I ask you, what do you want to load in there? Once you give me your tonnage, I always make sure I multiply it because I need to be on the safe side. Including my machines, I always make sure that if you tell me you want to do 5 tons a day, I push the machine high because I don't want you to beat me. I want me to be the one owning you. So yeah. More questions?
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm getting belly machine. Are you gonna supply all of us?
Yes. Freebies.
Oh, freebies.
You get one, you get one.
Oh, okay.